that's gonna be my intro from now on. So, we're currently doing chapter 15 of Eragon, Saddlemaking. When Eragon's eyes opened, the memory of Garrow's death crashed down on him. He pulled the blankets over his head and cried quietly in their warm darkness. It felt good just to lie there, to hide from the world outside. It's pretty good. Eventually, the tears stopped. He cursed Brom. How did I pronounce it before? I don't know. Then he reluctantly wiped his cheeks and got up. Let's just call him Broom, like the thing you sweep with. Yeah, Broom. Broom was making breakfast. I have no idea what his voice is because that was so long ago. I'm just gonna make new voices, okay? Good morning, he said. Eragon grunted in reply. That's his voice, right? Eragon's voice, that's what I gave him? He jammed his cold fingers in his armpits and crouched by the fire until the food was ready. What, like this? Kinda funny, not very comfortable. They ate quickly, trying to consume the food before it lost its warmth. When he finished, Eragon washed his bowl with snow. Hope it wasn't yellow snow. Then spread the stolen letter on the ground, right? So, what are you gonna do with that? asked Broom. We can't carry it with us.
I'm gonna make a saddle
for Saphira. Why? At least Garrow is dead. I remember that voice gave me such pains in my throat that I had to actually drink tea. I hate tea. Said Broom, moving forward. Well, dragons used to have two kinds of saddles. The first was hard and molded like a horse's saddle, but those take time and tools to make. Neither of which we have. The other was tin and lightly padded, nothing more than an extra layer between the rider and the dragon. Those saddles were used whenever speed and flexibility were important, though they weren't nearly as comfortable as the molded ones.
Do you know what they look like?
Asked Eragon. Better. I can make one. Oh, Broom is like Super Yoda Man.
Then please do,
said Eragon, standing aside. Very well, but pay attention. Someday, you may have to do this for yourself. Too hot. California. What can I do? Very well. Right. So with Saphira's permission, Broom measured her neck and chest. Then he cut 5 bands out of the letter and outlined a dozen or so shapes on the hides. Once the pieces had been sliced out, he cut what remained of the hides into long cords. I sometimes make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't judge me, as Justin says. Broom used cords to sew everything together, but for each stitch, 2 holes had to be bored through the letter. Eragon helped with that. Intricate knots were rigged in place of buckles, and every strap was made extra long so the saddle would fit Saphira in the coming months. The main part of the saddle was assembled from 3 identical sections, sewn together with padding between them. Attached to the front was a thick loop that would fit snugly around one of Saphira's neck spikes. Okay, while wide bands sewn on either side would wrap around her belly and tie underneath. That's not going to be very comfortable to tie on her, I'm assuming. Taking the place of stirrups were a series of loops running down both bands. Tightened, they would hold Eragon's legs in place. Okay, I never liked stirrups anyways. A long strap was constructed to pass between Saphira's front legs and split in 2, then come up behind her front legs to rejoin with the saddle. I'm not sure Saphira is going to enjoy this. It doesn't sound very comfortable. While Broom worked, Eragon repaired his pack and organized their supplies. The day was spent by the time their tasks were completed. Weary from his labor, Broom put the saddle on Saphira and checked to see that the straps fit. He made a few small adjustments, then took it off, satisfied.
You did a good job,
Eragon acknowledged grudgingly. Broom inclined his head. One tries his best. It should serve you well. The letter is sturdy enough. Right, Saphira's voice. I remember I gave her a deep voice because that's what it said to give her, but I don't actually like that, so I'm gonna make her a little bit high pitched. So, I have no idea. Aren't you going to try? Okay, aren't you going to try it out, Asphere? It's not that funny. It's really not that funny. Okay, okay, okay. I can't make a voice for Saphira. I'm gonna have to what? Aren't you going to try it out? Said Saphira. Um, maybe tomorrow,
Maybe tomorrow,
said Eragon, storing the saddle with his blankets.
it's too late now.
I think I'm gonna use that voice for all the protagonists from now on. In truth, he was not eager to fly again. Not after the disastrous outcome of his last attempt. Dinner was made quickly. It tasted good, even though it was simple. I wonder what it was. While they ate, Broom looked over the fire at Eragon and asked, "Will we leave tomorrow?"
Is there any reason to stay?
"I suppose not." He shifted. "Eragon, I must apologize about how events have turned out. I never wished for this to happen. Your family did not deserve such a tragedy. Tragedy? Well, if there was anything I could do to reverse it, I would. This is a terrible situation for all of us." Eragon sat in silence, avoiding Broom's gaze. Then Broom said again, "We're gonna need horses."
Maybe you do, but I have Saphira.
Broom shook his head. "There isn't a horse alive that can outrun a flying dragon, and Saphira's too young to carry us both. Besides, it'll be safer if we stay together. The riding is faster than walking."
But that will make it harder to catch the Razak.
Protested Eragon.
On Saphira, I could probably find them within a day or two. On horses, it'll take much longer. If it's even possible to overtake their lead on the ground.
Broom said slowly, "That's a chance you'll have to take if I'm to accompany you." Eragon thought it over. Should I take the storyteller or not take the storyteller?
All right,
He grumbled.
We'll get horses, but you have to buy them. I don't have any money, and I don't want to steal again. It's wrong.
"That depends on your point of view," corrected Broom with a slight smile. "Before you set out on this venture, remember that your enemies, the Razak, are the king's servants. They will be protected wherever they go. Laws do not stop them. In cities, they'll have access to abundant resources and willing servants. Also, keep in mind that nothing is more important to Galbatorix than recruiting or killing you. The award of your existence probably hasn't reached him yet. The longer you evade the Razak, the more desperate he'll become. He'll know that every day you'll be growing stronger, and that each passing moment will give you another chance to join his enemies. You must be very careful, as you may easily turn from hunter into the hunted." Ooh, dramatic. Oh, we're finished with the chapter. Eragon was subdued by the strong words. Pensive, he rolled a twig between his fingers. "Enough talk," said Broom. "It's late and my bones ache. We can say more tomorrow." Eragon nodded, and banked the fire. I think you should have left it at the hunter into hunted. I think that was pretty epic. Well, next chapter is Terrence Forge, so find a new city. If you can call it a city. See you guys later. Well, I'll see you. You'll see me. I won't see you. That kind of stuff. Outro. So I start like, and I go for exit. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. See ya. Pow.